Gather round everyone for another spectacular 1000 subscriber battle, this time against NessPkFire. And I'm using my oldest battle pass. This is the first team I ever made, and I lead with Breloom and he leads with Primeape. And since I can't use Spore on Primeape because most Primapes have Vital Spirit, I'm just gonna switch out to Gyarados. Intimidate, and was predicting like an Ice Punch or something, but he goes for U-turn instead. U-turn doesn't do crap to Gyarados. And then he can get his Primeape out of there safely. And what's he gonna bring in? He brings in Ambipom. I'm like, Gyarados doesn't have the greatest defenses and it won't like Fake Out, so I'm getting it out of there. Bring in Heatran, because Heatran can take Fake Out. And it goes for Thunderbolt. It's a novelty special Ambipom. I have one of those myself, but it sucks and I hardly use it. And he gets Parahax on Heatran, my choice Scarf Heatran, and screws it over. Then he uses Water Pulse. Heatran barely survives. And thank goodness it still manages to pull off a Fire Blast, which completely destroys his Ambipom. So even though Heatran's crippled now and is not going to be useful for the rest of the fight, at least it managed to take out his Ambipom. Up next is his Azumarill. So yeah, predicting an Aqua Jet, I'm getting Heatran out of there again. And I bring in Gyarados again, because Aqua Jet's not going to do crap to it with Intimidate and Resistance. And it goes for Defense Curl instead, and as soon as I saw this, I was... Immediately the alarm bell started ringing, roll out, roll out, roll out! So I had to get Gyarados the hell out of there, because roll out would totally destroy it. Bring in Heatran again, Death Fodder. And he goes for Substitute. And I'm like, okay, so it might be a Sub Puncher with roll out or something. And then he goes for another Defense Curl. Guess he wants to make it as bulky as possible. And I get Parahax, wonderful. This is not starting to look good, and then he goes for Focus Punch, which was a stupid move. If he went for Rollout instead, he would have knocked out Heatran because it's slower. And now I managed to get off an Earth Power and get rid of its substitute. So sure, it uses Focus Punch and takes out Heatran, but Heatran still managed to break its substitute, and that was more than I saw Heatran doing as soon as it got paralyzed by Ambipom. So yeah, not bad, not bad. So it's time to bring in Breloom again, even though he has two Defense Curls. I'm just gonna go for Spore, for a little bit of incapacitation. And my Toxic Orb activates. Yeah, this entire team's pretty much standard OU stuff, but it was the first team I trained, so yeah, screw you for hating on it. Breloom goes for Focus Punch, predicting a switch, and it doesn't do all that much. Considering Breloom's Focus Punch is one of the most powerful Focus Punches in the game. So I go for Seed Bomb instead, which almost knocks it out. And Azumarill wakes up, goes for a Rollout, gets a critical, and takes out half of Breloom's health. Considering it's only the first Rollout, that's quite destructive. So yeah, thank goodness I'm gonna take it out now, because that Azumarill could be a threat to my entire team. Because Yanmega is weak to Rollout, Gyarados is weak to Rollout, and Blissey and Electivire don't like Rollout very much either. So yeah, I'm doing fairly well now. Brings in his Arcanine, called Scooter. Weird nickname. So I get Breloom out of there. Breloom does not like fire or intimidates. Bring in Gyarados, because Arcanine rarely... Thunderfang won't do that much, and I never see Arcanines with Hidden Power Electric, and he uses Swagger. And I was like, dude, you probably just dug your own grave. I mean, you don't use swagger on a Gyarados. So my Gyarados now has +2 and it doesn't hit itself, uses Waterfall. Completely destroys Arcanine, wipes it off the face of the earth. That Arcanine never stood a chance. And then he brings out his Sceptile, hoping that to outspeed it and take it out with Leaf Storm so he can fix his mistake. But Gyarados barely lives. So now he's probably wetting himself again. But unfortunately Gyarados hits itself and takes itself out. It's a real bummer because this could have been one hell of a Gyarados sweep. So out comes my Yanmega. And he switches his Sceptile out. Figured he'd do that. And I wasn't really sure to what, but he sends out Primeape. Go for Bug Buzz. Because I have Tinted Lens and not Speed Boost, it still destroys Primeape. Despite it being not very effective. I love Tinted Lens, it's such an awesome ability. He goes for Ice Punch. Yanmega survives with a decent chunk of HP. Go for Giga Drain because pretty much anything was gonna take out Primeape at this point. And why not get like 2 HP back? Might be helpful in the long run. So Primeape dies. And out comes his Grumpig. It's like, Grumpig, okay, Bug Buzz. And that is one bulky Grumpig. But I get the special defense drop, which is gonna be very helpful. And he goes for Psychic and takes out Yanmega. Sadly. Oh well, Yanmega, you did a good job. I like Yanmega, it's one of my favorite Pokemon. Grumpig heals a little bit. So out comes Blissey, because Grumpig's not gonna do crap to Blissey, and he goes for Toxic. Like, yeah, that's a decent way to take out Blissey. And Monkey See, Monkey Do, I go for Toxic as well. And so now we're both poisoned. Both of our walls are poisoned. So yeah, I'm wondering how that'll turn out in the long run. He switches out Grumpig for some reason. And he brings in Sceptile again. And great minds barely think alike, because I'm also switching out Blissey. Bring in Electivire. So Blissey, thanks to Blissey's natural cure, it's no longer poisoned now, and his Sceptile goes for Earthquake. And yeah, too bad Electivire, today's not your day. You'll get to shine sometime else, my friend. That Electivire was the first EV trained Pokemon I ever got. I like conned some kid out of it with my shiny Charizard. And bring in Blissey again, he switches out Sceptile, fearing an Ice Beam or something. Brings in Grumpig again because I think that's all he has left. And he was correct, I was gonna use Ice Beam, which does crap damage to Grumpig and is probably gonna heal it off with leftovers right away. If it weren't poisoned. So yeah, but my Blissey is no longer poisoned thanks to natural cure, and he goes for Psychic. It's like, yeah, that's not gonna get you somewhere. If you have Focus Blast, you might have a chance of taking it out, but not if they're gonna use Psychic. So I go for Seismic Toss. Show Grumpig a bit of the world. And I think, nah, Poison's not gonna kill it. Almost. But Blissey's not going anywhere either. And he goes for Thunder Wave. I'm like, yeah, Blissey doesn't give a crap about Thunder Wave. I mean, it's not gonna be outspeeding anything anyway. So I go for another Seismic Toss. And Grumpig crashes into Earth and dies. Death by atmospheric re-entry. Awesome. So at this point, all he has left is his Sceptile. And I still have 2 Pokemon. I still have Blissey, which I'm switching out now for the other one, which is Breloom. And he goes for another Earthquake. And Breloom takes it well. And I figured he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna outspeed Breloom and kill it, so no problem. But that's where Mach Punch comes in. I love priority moves. And Mach Punch does a good deal of damage to Sceptile. Goes for X Scissor. I'm wondering what the hell kind of Sceptile set that is with Earthquake, X Scissor, and Leaf Storm. Some weird mixed Sceptile set or something. But Breloom dies. So I bring out Blissey again because I'm so gonna win this. I mean, even an Overgrow boosted Leaf Storm would probably not knock it out. An Earthquake does crap damage either. So, final move, Ice Beam. So Sceptile goes down. And I've won yet another one of these 1000 subscriber battles. So yeah, I'm really getting on a roll now. So good battle, NessPkFire. And everyone stay tuned to this channel for more LPs and PBR battles. That's all for now. GeneralSecura signing out.